So first off, Paul, thanks a lot for joining us here on the Daytimes today.
No problem at all, Danny.
I have to admit, when I'm looking at where people might be visiting over the next sort of 12 months, there's some really interesting names, especially looks like a surging interest in China as well, to be fair, Paul. I wasn't expecting to see that on the list.
Well, the routes between China and the UK have opened up massively over the last couple of years. There's much more business taking place between the two countries and conversations, it's happening in both private and public sector, and that's seen a mass increase in the routes between the two countries. Partly as much because the Chinese tourists are so keen to come over and experience the UK, as well as us wanting to go over there. So yeah, that's an area that will really grow this year and will continue to grow.
And elsewhere, we've seen the likes of Iceland there as well. I've never been myself, always wanted to go. The Northern Lights looks like an outstandingly beautiful country, but also a place that seems to be gaining some interest there as well.
It is. It's a strange one, Iceland, because, it's a beautiful country, but, relatively local, but also relatively unexplored from a UK perspective. But the popularity for it as a country has really increased since they beat us in the football last summer. So I know it's a strange one. So since then they've really seen an increase from UK holidaymakers boom, and it looks like that's going to be a very popular destination this year as well.
Yeah, well, hopefully we can go over there as well and pick up some footballing tips. We might be able to get something from there. Elsewhere as well, obviously, it seems to be more people coming into the UK as well for tourism. Is it people taking advantage of the weak pound there as well, Paul?
That's definitely been a recent trend. So since what's happened with Brexit and the pound being weak, we've seen a surge in people coming over. But very much since the Olympics, the work that the various different governments have done on promoting London and promoting the UK since the Olympics has just seen an upward trend just carry on, and then we've had a little kind of burst since the pound. I mean, the exchange rate for tourists coming over here is that much better. So we're looking for 2017, probably more than 38 million visitors will come to the UK in 2017, and their spend will be more than 24 billion. So really important for the economy in the country.
Yeah, it definitely is. It definitely is. And Paul, elsewhere as well, of course, it's that Blue Monday slump at the moment, and everyone's just about trying to get through January as well. What's the best way? Have you got any tips for us to sort of get out of this Blue Monday slump today, Paul?
I think it's, searching and getting that holiday booked is definitely one way to do it. It's certainly on my list of what I want to do. I had a terrible journey into the studio this morning. It's pouring down with rain and the train is rammed, and it is a very, very kind of depressing feeling. I did look out the window and then do the journey. Thought, this is Blue Monday. I think that the tips as far as holidays is just do your research. Whatever you find out what you want, do your research. And then, kind of make sure that you then get the best deal for it from when you're doing it. But there's so much choice, as you say, talking about China and India, Cuba, Mexico, all of these countries now, we're seeing increased capacity to them and increased interest in them, as well as, the close European popular hotspots such as Spain and Portugal. So the world, quite simply, is your oyster. Just do the research and then work out where you want to go.
Yeah, certainly very interesting indeed. And one other country I want to pick up on as well is Cuba, because I've actually heard for the first time in a while a couple of people that I know sort of going over there as well. What's been behind the sort of spike of people being interested in going to places like Cuba as well?
Well, Cuba's quite unique in a sense, obviously, because of its history and because it's been very difficult to get into the country up until the last couple of years. And now is a kind of almost like a perfect storm of being able to go in there en masse effectively, or certainly more increase in availability, and be able to see a unique Cuba. Cuba is kind of how it was. It's an island and a country that is very unique in in its culture and its experience. And you kind of need to do that really, I think, over the next couple of years before it starts to get too westernized. So that's why, you're particularly seeing that spike, and a lot of the tour operators are putting on more capacity to get over there. They're investing in really nice, new, modern, comfortable long-haul aircraft. So all of the long-haul destinations, it's so much more of a better experience to get over there than what it was, say, 10 years ago. You're not going to be cramped in a crowded, horrible, uncomfortable cabin. You will be able to go over there, and your holiday will start pretty much when you're on the plane as opposed to when you land.
That's certainly very interesting indeed. And Paul, if people want a little bit more information, where's best to go?
Go to WTM.com.
Fantastic stuff. Well, Paul, it's been an absolute pleasure having you on the Daytime today. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you too. Cheers, Danny.